In the past few minutes, a court in Vietnam has sentenced a wealthy property developer to death for defrauding a bank of billions of dollars.
Truong My Lan, Vietnamese billionaire sentenced to death for $44 billion fraud. It was the most spectacular trial ever held in Vietnam, in one of the greatest bank frauds the world has ever seen. Behind the stately yellow portico of the colonial era courthouse in Ho Chi Minh City, 67-year-old Vietnamese property developer sentenced to death on Thursday for looting one of the country's largest banks over a period of 11 years. In a rare verdict, she is one of the very few women in Vietnam to be sentenced to death for a white-collar crime. The decision is a reflection of the dizzying scale of the fraud. Truong My Lan was convicted of taking out $44 billion in loans from the Saigon Commercial Bank. The verdict requires her to return $27 billion, a sum prosecutors said may never be recovered. Some believe the death penalty is a court way of trying to encourage her to return some of the missing billions. The habitual secretive communist authorities were uncharacteristically forthright about this case, going into minute detail for the media. They said 2,700 people were summoned to testify, while 10 state prosecutors and around 200 lawyers were involved. The evidence was in 104 boxes, weighing a total of 6 tons. 85 defendants were tried, and Truong My Lan, who denied the charges. The trial was the most dramatic chapter so far in the blazing fairness anti-corruption campaign led by the Communist Party Secretary General Nguyen Phu Trong. The campaign has seen 2 presidents and 2 deputy prime ministers forced to resign and hundreds of officials disciplined or jailed. Now one of the country's richest women has joined their ranks. Truong My Lan comes from a Sino-Vietnamese family in Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon. It has long been the commercial engine of the Vietnamese economy.